Okay, this is the second part. I just recorded kind of an origin story. You'll know you're on the right thing if I'm wearing the same outfit. And I wanted to show you, I did show you the numbers in the last video of how we went from basically nothing to 2.5 million in annual revenue. And now you're probably wondering, well, where are you getting it from? Now, I tend to like Walmart. And currently, my favorite is Costco. So I'm going to jump you right into Costco. In fact, I went in and went ahead and bid on some stuff so that you could see what it is that I do. Um, so let me see here. So as you can see, Costco at any given time is going to have auctions going on all around the country. I am way on the West Coast, so I'm mostly buying out of Las Vegas and California. So where if I was buying, I could buy it at Tracy, California, Tulsa, Arizona is not too far, Sumner, Washington, Stockton, California, Ontario, California, and I think I was bidding for my examples to you from Mira Loma, California. So I'm going to show you a couple of examples of things that would work for you. Let me just jump on real quick just to see what's in Tracy, California, to just give you an idea. What I'm looking for you is something small. Like, I don't want you to start with 5 pallets unless you have the space to do that. Let me see if there's 1 pallet of anything here I can show you. If this was 100 units, I would do it, but you don't want 300 of anything to start with. So what we're looking for is things that sell for decent money but aren't very big. So I'm going to jump you up and show you the things that I just bid on to show you. Let me look at my account. Okay, and let's look at the bids that I just placed today. This is mostly just to give you an idea. And as you can see, I'm winning some and I'm losing some. So let's talk about one of the ones that I'm losing. It's 1 pallet, so that's easy enough for you guys to log in. What's interesting about laptops is they will already have the data wiped, which is nice, which means that they've already been tested because they, by law, have to remove your username and password so you know that the item works. Otherwise, they would have sold it for parts. Just a little bit of pro tip there. So this is $57,000 worth of laptops. The good news is there's not that many different models. Of course, the bad news is it retails for $57,000. So, I bid $500 and was quickly outbid, so it'll probably sell for like $20,000, and you probably don't want to buy that to start, and that's okay. But look how easy that would be. You could unpack that in an apartment, anywhere, and it gives you these. You can see what's on the pallet, and again, you can see the picture of what it's going to look like when it shows up at your door. All right, so let's go back and let's look at what else in any given day. You can do Costco, Home Depot, Walmart, Lowe's, Amazon, Kohl's, Dick's Sporting Goods, Ace Hardware, however many I'm forgetting, but there's lots. I'm just showing you Costco because they're my current favorite. All right, so then let's talk about, that was the computers. Let's look at the 3 pallets of grills. This, again, may be bigger than you want to go, but what's interesting about it is it's only 32 items, and it's worth $8,000. Now, the shipping on this is $1,200, but let's just say, for example, that I bid, $800 here and won the items. I don't know that it's one you'd want to start with, but as you can see, there's quite a few items, and they're all worth your time to sell because they're higher retail dollar items. We like those Kamado. People really like those. Of course, everybody likes generators. As you can see, this is very large. So if you don't have a storage facility, this might not be one to start with, and that's okay. That's more than fine. You get to see what's on each one. So let me look at a few that I do like for you to get started with, just to give you an idea of what you can do to get started and how much it would cost you to get started. So here we got 1 pallet of speakers, consumer electronics, headphones, and more. There are 60 units, but it retails for about $8,000, meaning each item is around $100 or a little bit more. That's just an average, but what's nice about that is because it's only 1 pallet, the shipping's not terribly expensive, and if the trucker showed up with this, you could pretty easily cut through this shrink wrap and get it unloaded. Even if you only have an apartment, or you even have to store it in your room, if you're just renting a room, you could do that. So let's see what's on this list. I like to sort it by highest retail first. Okay, we've got Bose, JBL, so some good names here, Netgear, and again, some good high dollar items. I was outbid at $1,000 plus $248. I would probably be willing to spend about $2,000 on this because it is electronics, and so if I was to spend $2,000 on this and I was able to turn around and sell everything for $4,000, the end buyer is still getting a good deal, and you made about $2,000. And again, you could probably sell this stuff off in a month And so it's an extra $2,000 for that month. What else? Okay, let's look at another one. Okay, this one I liked for you because, again, it's one pallet. And how hard is it to check in cookware? Hey, man, is it a pot? Is it a pan? Is it complete? That kind of thing. So I liked this one. Now, for this one, I'm currently winning at $625, but of course, it's going to cost me some money in freight. So let's say that I won this and it cost $1,000. It looks like it's going to come in a little bit under that, but even if it did cost $1,000, like I paid $625, and then I had to pay, let's just call this stuff right here, $300. And then when the stuff came, you wanted somebody to help you get it unloaded or something. So, or you were buying you rented a storage unit, so that was like $75 in a month. So let's say you spent $1,000 on this, you could probably sell it for just about $2,000. So you could double your money on it. And when we're looking at the items, so we've got a nice piece of cookware here, multiples. These are the things you have. Now there's some smaller dollar items. Then you can give these away as freebies if people come and buy the expensive stuff. But let me show you, because it's only one pallet. Isn't that pretty? Because it's just one pallet of goods, this is it. This is your one pallet. So as you can see, it comes pretty neat, already stacked in boxes. Yes, that is a big, tall pallet, but it's just one. So if you had to, if the truck guy dropped it off, they usually have a lift gate. So if they drop it off with a lift gate, you cut that shrink wrap, and you and you can individually stack them by each individual type. Some people could break that up into two small piles and sell each pile for $9.95. And just say, hey, they're mixed condition. Some are new, some are used. And you could probably, even if you sold each pile for $7.50 or something, you could make a few $100s. So there's a lot of different ways you can do this. So that's an example of one that I like for you, okay, cookware. Because if it was, $3,600, that would be about $100 average. But because it's more than that, it's worth your time. I don't recommend buying stuff that all retails for $15. It's a lot of work for not that much profit. So do try to get a higher dollar number with a lower item count so that you're not using up just a ton of space. Don't start with giant sofa sets and stuff unless that's what you want. It's totally up to you. So that gives you an idea. And let me see if I can look for you real quick and see if I can find for you. Let's see what they got going on let's see if they've got any sales going on at Walmart today. Sometimes they do, sometimes they didn't yesterday, I don't think. Maybe that was Tuesday. It changes every day, but let's see. So there's nothing in my neck of the woods right now because I'm really out on the West Coast, but let's see what's going on in Indiana. Don't choke on the shipping. They're saying, oh my gosh, you're like so many miles away. If you were close to this, your shipping would be maybe a couple $100s a pallet. So let's see if there's one that I like. Okay, I like this one. Now, you're not going to want a truckload. This would fit for my thing because at 81 units, that means that this averages $200 a unit. The trucking's going to be, ridiculous because, they want me to log in. Oh, and just so you know, once you get logins, and I'll show you how to do all that, it's pretty easy to log in. And if you guys if you want to reach out to me, you can reach out to me at that email. It's auctionamy@gmail.com. Amy is spelled AMIE, but because I'm an auctioneer, auctionamy@gmail. So I'm gonna go ahead and log in, and I have one login, but just so many different sales channels I can shop in. So they're going to say like, oh my gosh, if you buy this, you owe us $4,000 in shipping. Of course, that would be a lot closer. Even if it's a truckload, it still might be $1,000 even if you were close. But I don't want to buy from Indiana, of course. So, but this looks pretty good. It looks like these boxes have their original manufacturer's tape on them. Okay, that's one of those Kamado grills. People like those. Okay, this looks pretty good. Yeah, I'm not mad at this. I'm not mad at this load of goods at all. That's a nice, clean load. Unfortunately, I can't afford the freight on it. But if you could, this is a good deal. A lot of these might very well be because it's the end of the season. I mean, look at that. That's probably that's an outdoor storage unit. What we got here? A nice pool table, Kamado Joe. People love those. Gym, pools, sheds. This is a great one. Lawn sweepers. So I would love this one. One thing you want to check for is you want to make sure that it doesn't say on this just that it's only box 1 of 2, but I'll show you all that. But so anyway, this would be a great one because every time you did a sale for the most part, you're making money. There's some small things on here, but you could bundle all 4 of these or 3 of these chairs into one sale. So there's things that you can do. So this one, again, you can see it's $1, but I can't bid on it because I don't want to spend $4,700. I'd only spend about maybe $4,000 total because it looks pretty good, but I'm not going to spend $4,700. It's just, there's plenty of stuff closer to me, so I'm just doing this to give you an idea. And let me scoot back one more time and see if there's something with just a few pallets to give you an idea about Walmart. Come on, buddy. Sorry guys, I got sidetracked. Squirrel. Let me see if I can find you one. Okay, 6 pallets, 6 pallets, 6 pallets, truckload, 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 1 truckload, truckload. Okay, so I might only be able to show you on this one 6 pallets. But again, if you have somebody else in your neighborhood where you can split them 3 and 3, or if you get them in, you can take what you want off of them and then restack them by the pallet with shrink wrap and sell those for whatever money you have in them to people. Say, I'm selling an entire pallet of goods, and then you just sell per piece the items you want. So there's a lot of different ways to do it. But let's just say that I found one for you that I liked here in a 6 pallet load. What would I like? I would like this one. Why do I like this one? Because it's got 22 units that are worth 67. That means that they're about $300 on average. So I feel like this one's worth your time. So if you had to rent a storage unit to get it unloaded and all that stuff, this is probably worth it. Again, for me, this would cost $1,000 to get it to Reno. That's not that bad, but for you, if you were close to this hub, it might be more like $500. So it definitely matters. For me, I'd only bid about $1,400 on this, and as you can see, at $1,100 of its freight. I'll go ahead and bid. Let me show you what it looks like. Okay, so we like that. That's clearly new. Okay, I can tell by the factory straps. All right, like it. I like it. I like that. I like that both boxes are represented there. Okay, that pool could be, it's hard to know. Everything's a mixed bag. I'm not terribly mad at it. Let's look at the manifest. Okay, I like to look. So what's the expensive thing? The pool table. I didn't see a pool table, did y'all? Let me see. All right, I see the Kamado. That's a wooden rocking chair. The pool table would be on the bottom. They're really big and heavy. That's not, whatever that is not a pool table. That looks like a lawnmower. That's a Better Homes and Gardens set. I see an Intex pool. Is that the pool table right there? Sometimes it's hard to see. Let me see if I can zoom in at all. That's possibly a billiards table, but it looks more like an outdoor swing. It's hard sometimes to see. Again, a pool table's a really big box. I'm not sure why I don't see it there. So that makes it a little bit risky for me because it's the one most expensive item and I can't actually see it there. But that's not, that's not always, a deal killer. But because these are big dollar items and the boxes look pretty good, just to show you, at $67.64. At 20 cents on the dollar, I'd be willing to spend $1,352. However, I've got to spend, as you can see, about $1,100 of that on freight. So I could really only spend about $255 on this, meaning somebody closer is going to get it other than me. But I'll just show you how to bid in real time. Here's me bidding. It's probably going to ask if I'm serious, and I am. I'm winning at $1. So I don't think that I'll get the thing, but you get the idea. So that gives you an idea of kind of what it looks like to be me and to be buying the stuff. Once again, just to show you where I'm uploading these videos, you may already be watching them on these links, but let me see if I can show you. You guys know I'm pretty low tech. Let me show you while I'm looking it up. This is the QR code. Come on. Okay, so you can scan that and find some of the links that we're doing. Then I'm also going to show you, as I mentioned, I'm auctionamy@gmail.com. I'm putting all this content on my YouTube page, okay, which is right there. It's called Recommerce Resellers, and you'll know because you'll see my crazy face and some of the videos and a lot of content. And then I also made a Facebook group, which again is open with no restrictions at this time. So let's see if I can I really don't like anything but Google. And again, I apologize. I'm super duper low tech. Let me see if I can find my Facebook groups. Good Lord. So yeah, it's going to be mean to me right now. So, and I'm probably taking way too long with this video, but I swear if Ask Jeeves still existed, come on, Betty! If Ask Jeeves still existed, I would probably ask him to Google stuff for me. So, all right, let me see if I can just get in here to show you the other group that I made. And my poor little laptop is tired. Okay, so I'm looking at my groups. Sorry, guys, my computer's lagging as well. Okay, so this is the page that I also made. Okay, Recommerce Resellers, also known as Reselling Returns. And again, if you scroll down, you're going to see there's that QR code again. Recommerce Resellers, these are some of the things we sell. My name here is Amy Van Zant Laughlin. So this is some more links to content. So hopefully I'll get this out. I know that these videos might be really tiny on TikTok. I'll figure out a way around that, but if you're interested in learning more about this, I'm going to start training people. So I think I'm going to do like a workshop, like maybe a 3-day challenge in the month of September. So if that's something that you're interested in, reach out to me at auctionamy@gmail, which is AUCTIONAMIE@gmail. Otherwise, you can, of course, reach out to me on my Recommerce Resellers Facebook group. It's open with no restrictions, so you're more than welcome to join. And on Recommerce Resellers, again, it's open. There's tons of free content there. All right, let's see. Poor little low-tech Amy tried to turn off this video, and think about joining the challenge because I'm really low-tech, and if I can do it, you can do it. All right, see you soon. Bye.